Hi, this is David Brenton. Today I've been asked to talk about mistakes to avoid when selling your home. And several people come up and talk about that and say, what do I need to avoid? So we put together a list and thought we'd cover some of those topics today. So first one on my list is avoid selling as is. That can mean many things to many people. And most of the time when somebody sees as is, they're thinking it's a bank-owned property or a distressed property, something that is not in the best condition. So one seller is saying, I don't want to make repairs, so I'm going to sell it as is, but the interpretation by the buyer could be completely different. So again, it just leads to many different scenarios. So if you want to get the best price out of your house, then let's not market it as is. We know that you don't want to do many repairs, and if we discount the price originally or adjust the price because it needs $5,000 worth of flooring, we want to make sure when we market it that we priced it accordingly, because the first thing a buyer will do is say, well, they're asking X and I've got to go in and put new flooring down. That's going to cost me $10,000, because buyers always assume it's going to cost more than it really does, and they're going to want to take $10,000 off your price that you've already adjusted for. So we want to make sure when we're marketing that we let them know that we're aware of these things need done and they're reflected in the price. So again, as is, talk with your realtor and see what the best scenario is, but my recommendation is don't market it as is. Okay. Another thing to do is don't price the house too high. I know the old saying is, well, I can't go up, I can always come down. But the market has shifted in the last few years. You could put a house up for sale, put a price on it about whatever you wanted, and get activity. You might not get that price, but you'd get activity. The market shifted. It started slow, and when interest rates went up, the buyers now don't have the fear of loss that they had a couple of years ago when everything was selling in minutes, days. So they're a little more picky, and they have the opportunity to be so. So you want to price your home at a fair price from day one, get it on the market, price it where it should be, and if it's a very high demand property, great. We may have multiple showings and maybe get multiple offers. Multiple offers aren't near as common now as they were a couple of years ago. So let's not rule out the buyer because we price it too high to start with. Price it right and it'll sell. The main reason, well, actually the only reason a house won't sell is it's priced too high. Too high for the current market, too high for the current condition, too high for conditions in the neighborhood, whatever, but a properly priced home will sell. You've seen beautiful homes in beautiful settings that went up for sale, sold right away. You've seen beautiful homes in beautiful settings that went up and didn't sell. Typically it's because they were priced too high. You've seen less than desirable homes sell, and they sold quickly because they were priced right. So list price is the key to success in getting your home sold. Get with an agent, look at it, evaluate it, make a good decision on how to price it. That leads into my next topic. Don't work alone. You are going to sell one of your biggest assets that you have in life, and you don't want to do it on your own. Yes, hiring a real estate professional can cost you some money. Yes, it can be a lot of money. Sometimes it's the most expensive thing we pay for that's not covered by insurance, or that we can't drive or enjoy a vacation. Those are things out of pocket that we spend money on, and real estate commission is a big one, and we appreciate that. We know you're making a decision to hire us to represent you in the biggest expense of your life, but also the biggest asset of your life. So don't do it alone. Studies show that for sale by owner homes typically sell for more than 10% below market value. Our expense to have a real estate professional with my team is less than that. So we bring good value to the process of selling your home. My team personally is never going to be the cheapest, and we're never going to be the most expensive realtor you can hire. But I truly believe, and so does my team, that we are the best value that you can get when you hire a real estate professional. So those are 3 topics. One of them, the next one that comes to mind, is waiting to sell. People say, oh, I want to wait till spring, or I want to wait until I get this done, or I want to wait until I get that done, or maybe wait until school's out, or wait until school's getting ready to start. The bottom line is the best time to sell typically is now. If you think about a couple of years ago, the spring market started off very hot. Houses were selling immediately, multiple offers. And then May, June, all of a sudden we're into the busy season and the market started slowing down significantly because interest rates started rising. Nobody has a crystal ball of what the market's going to do, but get on the market and get for sale in a market that you know, as opposed to waiting on something you don't know. Buyers are out looking at houses and interest rates are 8%. They're going to look at it. They're not going to be able to buy as much as they could, but buyers are going to look at it with the assumption that if they buy it and rates drop, they can always refinance. That makes it a very good time to buy a home now, if you think about it. A couple of years ago, you went out to look at homes, you had multiple offers, you had to decide within hours, am I going to buy it? Oh my God, how much am I going to offer? Do I need to offer more than list price? The good news is about today's market is it's slowed down a little bit. If you're a buyer, doesn't it make sense to go look at properties when they're selling in days or weeks instead of hours, and they're not getting 10 offers or 12 offers? Maybe they get yours, maybe they get 1 or 2 others, but the market is swinging in the buyer's favor right now. The good news is, yeah, if you can get a house and you got time to think about it and make a good decision, you feel more comfortable with your decision. If you buy it and the interest rates are at 8% and they drop to 5, 6, 7%, you can refinance with minimal cost. But you bought the house at a fair price. You didn't have to overpay it because you were competing with multiple offers. And yeah, you did make some interest payments at a little higher rate until the market adjusts, but you made a good decision to look and buy a home when the market is suitable for buyers. So don't wait until the market changes to sell. You know what the market is today. Jump in, price it accordingly, and get it sold. Other things you want to do. When you're getting ready to get your house for sale, don't keep clutter. Get it decluttered. People want to see the house without all of your stuff throughout and piles of this and piles of that. They want to go in and feel comfortable that they can enjoy living in the home and see it for what it is. And sometimes that's hard to do if you've got stacks of this or stacks of that throughout the house. So take some time, get it ready, but you want to make sure you clean it up, get it decluttered. The other mistake you can make is not depersonalizing your home. If you've got bright colors and you're a sports fan of this and you got the walls painted that color and it's not something anybody else is going to want to do, it's better to get your home so the masses like your home as opposed to just finding one particular sports team enthusiast that wants to buy your home because you painted the whole house Colts blue or something. So again, you want to depersonalize it so it attracts an emotional connection with buyers as they walk through your home. One of the things you don't want to do is cut cost on photography. Buyers, almost every buyer looks at properties online. You want to make your best presentation online. You want good quality photos. You want some video. You want a 3D tour so people can see throughout the house. They know how one room's connected to another. They can envision themselves living in the home just from studying the photos. You want, on the outside, you want good, clear pictures. You want aerial photography if it benefits the lot that you're selling or the home that you're selling. Hire a professional that's going to provide those services to you and make sure that they do a great job, because that is your first impression to buyers in the market today. By the time they get to your door, schedule a showing. That's really a second showing if you've done it right. You've shown them everything they need to know about your home before they walk in the door. So basically when they walk in the door, they're confirming what we presented is in fact real. And that's the best way to get your home sold and the best way to avoid making mistakes. There are other mistakes you can make, and I'm more than happy to share them with you. My name's David Brenton. I'm with David Brenton's team. We look forward to a chance to talk one-on-one, maybe come out and look at your house, help you create a plan to get your home sold. We've been doing this for over 30 years. We're good at what we do. We look forward to the opportunity to talk with you. Thanks for taking time to watch the video.